you can do it all. They thought that they had it stuck, but you're back against the wall. You are a strong person, so baby keep moving on. Don't let nobody stop your hustle, but both your plans you'll stand tall.
Hey, what's going on, collective? Thank you for joining me for another video here on LAVIProgram, where we are manifesting realities one change at a time. For those of you who may be new, my name is Lavender. I'm your virtual life coach. If you would like a personal tarot reading or a personable life coach session, there's a link in my description as well as my bio, and it will take you to everything LAVIProgram. All right, y'all. Let's get into your reading, collective. All right. Let's see what we got. What we got for the collective? Spirit, ancestors, universe, ask for clear, precise messages for the collective. Okay, we got flirt. Express your love. Soulmate. Let's get one more for the collective. Forgiving and learning. Okay. So first we got flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So like some of you are going to be flirting. Secondly, we got to express your love. And this might be how you're expressing your love. It says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So some of you are going to be flirting a little more this week with somebody. Next, we got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So some of you may have been asking if this was somebody you were supposed to be with. Now again, take this with a grain of salt because everybody, might not be your story. This is a general read. So if you are in a situation or a relationship where there's any harm being done to you, I do not encourage anyone to stay in that type of relationship at all. But back to the reading. For some of you, that might have been some of the questions, or that is a question, sorry, that you might have been asking, is this your soulmate? In this card, again, it says, yes, this is your soulmate. And then lastly, we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So for some of you, this could be somebody new. Somebody new that you're beginning to flirt with, you're expressing your love with. And cards are stating, that this is a soulmate. And because you might be healing from something from the past. Now, this, again, if you are already in a relationship, for some of you, this can be you renewing your relationship, doing something new to kind of spark a flame over again in this relationship. Bottom of the deck, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So yes, so this could be for those who, if you're single, this could be somebody new that you recently, maybe not too long ago, started talking to, or someone new who's going to come in that you going to start talking to, and you all are going to be flirting with each other this week. Again, if you are already intertwined in a relationship with somebody, and you may be asking, is this the person I'm supposed to be with? According to this reading, the answer is yes. But again, it's also acknowledging that you need to release and heal from things in your past. It's as if you have not yet done that all the way. So you have to put in the effort. If you're wanting to walk through this new door, whether already involved or whether single, this new door, this next chapter, this 2.0 version of this connection, then, you're going to have to put forth the effort as well. It's not going to come just knocking at your door. Anything that you want, you have to really put effort into. All right, let's see. I just realized I said this week earlier. This is not necessarily a this week reading. It's whenever, you see it, whenever you view it. But for some of you, maybe this will be a this week kind of thing for you. Let's see. All right. What do we have for the collective? What do we have for the collective? Soulmate. So again, another confirmation. The divine will provide you with love when you are ready. So this could be going back to needing to still work on that healing process, letting go of things from the past. Strength, yes. Being strong enough to do that, to make the move, the efforts, the changes that are necessary, the growth that is necessary to sustain this soulmate connection. Strength, determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. You could, I mean, that's that self-reflection, that self-discovery. You might discover something new that maybe you thought you had healed, and that might have just had a scab over it. They got a little nicked and might have started aching or bleeding again, and you might gotta address that because you kind of put it off to the side. We got stress, cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. So for some of you, again, I feel like this is talking about romance, but it could be other relationships and connections that you have as well, where you need to maybe cut some people off. I don't know why I kind of get the feeling like some of these people aren't really benefiting you anyway. So kind of being honest with yourself about the step that you need to take with that. Yes, next we got happiness, so that you can be happy, so that you can have the things that you aspire for in life. It says new discoveries that lead to celebrations. Love yourself first. So maybe there's some work within the self that you need to address as well this week. I keep saying this week. For some of you, this is a this week thing, but again, this is not a this week reading. Let's get one more. Self-awareness. Tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. Okay. So for some of you, you might be doing or have been doing, or might be at risk of doing a repetitive cycle. Something where it's like, been there, done that, now I need to grow from it. Like I got the t-shirt, got the certificate, got the whole degree on this thing. Now I just need to, what I'm saying? Let it go. Bottom of the deck, denial. Failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. Just talked about cycles. Just talked about cycles. So, yes, again, there is some new version of connection that is coming here with this soulmate. But at the same time, in order for you to be happy, you're going to have to release people. For whatever reason, you got to be strong about this and determined about this. You got to put forth the effort. But for whatever reason, I feel like whoever these other people are, they're only going to try to weigh you down or weigh the situation down. I don't know if you already have like a meddling mom or a dibble and dabble dad or whoever, a nosy auntie that might be in the situation, a jealous single girlfriend or homeboy that wish they was with somebody, but it's in your season of happiness and they might be a little jealous about it. I don't know. But some people are gonna have to be released in order for you to obtain this happiness, this new discovery of what's next for you with this soulmate. And you gotta get out of the denial of whatever didn't work out. You have to get out of this denial of whatever didn't work out. Decisions underneath that. The need to the need to gain clarity through decision making. I don't know why that was such a tongue twister for me, y'all. But yeah, you got to make a decision on what you want to do with this. Because again, the ball is in your court. This your life. You the captain of this ship. So your experience is your responsibility. Now, granted, you can't control every aspect of this life, of this human experience, but there are things that you can control that can shift it to be either towards what you want, or it could put you in a place where you really would not prefer to be. But you've kind of allowed yourself to get there, and for some people, unfortunately, stay there. But the choice is yours. All right. Let's clarify these cards. Let's clarify these cards for the collective. Do one more shuffle. Okay. Clarify soulmate. Clarify soulmate. So we have beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Let's get one more. Influences, attachments, third parties, peers, bottom of the deck, second chance. So, okay. Somebody definitely sees the beauty, and or you or this other person that you're in a connection with, somebody feels the beauty of this connection. They see that it can definitely work out, even if you guys are having problems already. Or have just been through things. Again, this could also be a reading for people who are already in a connection. But at the same time, as some external influences, and I said it, what I'm saying, when it came to releasing people, you might have to, cut some people off because people are going to be influencing this. This second chance that's coming around for you and your person, somebody got something to say about it for whatever reason. Somebody feel like they got something to say about it. I'm going to put this down here with this. All right, clarify strength. What strength? Because you're going to have the strength to, decide on what to do with this. I feel like this is more of a decision thing. Again, a ball being in your court type of thing. So we have realizations, epiphanies, understanding, awakening. I had a lot of other cards that came out. So we got intuition, spying, obsession. Okay. So with realization, we have epiphanies, understanding, awakening. Intuition is heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Spying, we have social network, information, ways. And then obsession, we have infatuation, adoration, and addiction. All right. So some of you are going to have to be really strong to get through these because it's like there's an understanding of what you need to do. You notice internally, you already notice, and you also know that people are watching you as well. And some of these people might have obsessions with you. So for some of you, these are past people that you might still have a connection with. This might be an unhealthy connection where maybe an ex is still a friend. Um, I mean, it does happen. I get if you have children, you have to co-parent with an ex, but it's something about you making sure that you remember who you are. You hold grasp to who you are and don't go outside of that. Like stay within your values and your ethics. I mean, but hey, if you for the streets, you for the streets too. But if you're not for the streets, then hold tight with that. You know what I'm saying? But again, you're gonna have to be strong throughout all of this. Bottom of the deck. Look, mistakes. Exactly. This, for some of you, this could definitely be an ex that you still hold ties to. Whether you guys still consider each other friends or maybe you intertwining with baby daddy, baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to figure out what is it that you really want before this new version comes in. But you have to put forth the effort. If you want something new, if you want things to improve, you really want what you say you want. You gotta stop not looking at yourself, being in denial. You're going to have to look at yourself and really make the choice and see what role you play in acquiring what it is that you really want and what you don't want. With stress. Y'all about to stress me out, collective. With stress. Okay, we got hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. One more, please. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Bottom of the deck, karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts. Okay, so these are the things, because this is under the stress card. these are the things that you're going to be cleansing and detoxifying. Because they got you feeling down. It might even be a part of why things are falling apart, why you feel in despair. It feels like things could be a domino effect, or it's like things are really hitting the fan right now. And you might be trying to escape in whatever way that you do. You're trying to avoid, block, push away. But I feel like with karma at the bottom of the deck, for some of you, the reason all this stuff is like that is because you're holding on to these toxic things. It's like you're not seeing the role that you play in it and how, again, you got to make the effort. You can't tell, the universe, I want these things, but then you leave no vacancy for it to even come about. So we have to empty out, unnecessary space so that things that we want can be placed where they need to be placed. All right, I'm going to put that right here. All right. Happiness. Clarify happiness for the collective. What's happiness for the collective? Mistakes. Misunderstood. Victim. Lost soul. Cloudy judgment. Illusions. Unbalanced. Distorted. Bottom of the deck. Running. Ghosting. Disappearing. Invisible. Okay. So I feel like some of you are caught up. It's like happiness is here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like you focused on the mistakes, some type of mistake that occurred. And it's really clouding, your judgment. It's maybe even creating, you to have distorted viewpoints or perspectives about things where it's just, spiraling. You could be doing this spiraling again to yourself. And, running away is not going to make things improved at all. No, instead, it just makes you feel trapped. You feel trapped, so you're trying to run away, but happiness is here. We got to get out of the shoulda coulda wouldas, because you can go back and change that. At least not your usual civilian has a time machine to be able to go and do that. But we have to instead, yes, admit what it is that we've done, admit what role we've played in maybe, different aspects of our life, but not allow it to weigh us down. Instead, to just find a way to move forward. Take what we know and use it as a cheat sheet on moving forward, so that if we were to run into the same situation again, we know how to now navigate it. Basically learning from the experience rather than just allowing it to beat you down or hold you, hostage to yourself. And this is where the self-awareness card comes in. Again, it says tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. Being real with yourself so that you can address what it is that you need to address and acknowledge how, dang, it's on me if this thing improve or not. All right, clarify self-awareness. Clarify self-awareness for the collective. Let's see where we at. 1754. Okay, so we have exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. For some of you, this has been a long journey. We got distracted, sidetracked, change, delays. Yes, this has caused delays, but I feel like it might be a long journey. Like you becoming self aware, admitting your role, and then actually taking steps toward improving it. It might be a long journey, but at the same time, I feel like if someone sees you taking the effort to do it, you actually, again, make the effort. If you're taking the effort to do it, you might have got a little sidetracked before, but if you really get back into motion, doing what you need to do to acquire the things that you say that you want to have, this could sway someone into being more open to trying again. Look, my G. Soulmates at the bottom of the deck. Come on, yo. That's three. If y'all have a question about this person being your soulmate, yes, they are. It's like yes. Let me listen. This got me hella hype, y'all. Hold on. Look at this. Soulmate. Does that answer y'all question? For those of you who had the question, I hope so. The spirit said, "Stop asking me. Stop asking me. Yes, stop asking me." Oh gracious. Mm-mm. Alright. We're gonna get two of these for our little final. Well, I'm gonna just use this as a final read, like a final last words. All right, spirit, ancestors, divine universe. What's last words for the collective with this soulmate? And 3 times at that. Come on, man. I'm sorry, but it can't get no clearer than that if that's the question that you had. It can't get no clearer than that. Stop being in denial. Ah, you don't want us to believe it. You trying to make yourself believe it. All right, let's see. What's the final message for the collective? Final message for the collective. Yeah. New beginning, spring. Okay, so yes, again, this is going to be something new, a new version. This could be a new version of yourself, a new version of this relationship. You bringing this new version of yourself to this relationship. We got confusion and turmoil. I'm sure it probably will cause some type of confusion because this is something, new. You're shifting and growing. It's not called growing pains for no reason. It might not be an easy transition. It's going to take time to adapt, but practice makes consistency, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion. Practice makes consistency, and consistency creates new behaviors and patterns. So again, it's up to you, y'all. It's up to you. Blocks and obstacles. Okay. Blocks and obstacles, yes, are still probably going to be in the way as you are beginning to grow and enhance. But at the same time, it's on you on how you navigate this. We got things falling apart, change, endings, rebuild. So this kind of gives me the tower, just the way that it looks. So things are ending and something new is going to be built. This confusion, these blocks and obstacles, this change is coming. It was required in order for you to build what it says that you want, to create the building blocks of what it is that you want. Listen, y'all. 4th time. Soulmates. Come on, man. That's 4 times in one reading. One of y'all tested spirit. Y'all had to. When I was, beefing up the little 3 times, one of y'all was like, yeah, whatever. Show me again. What? Boo, y'all. There you go. Spirit said, there you go. Now back up off me. All right, we got soulmates, past life, true love. Whoever keeps asking this question, look, Spirit says, stop asking me, get up off me, back up off me. Oh, so you like a pest, it's like like a mosquito, just get up off me. Yes, again, twin flame journey is letting you know, yes, this is a soul tie, this is a connection, it's exactly what it is. Things are going to be rebuilt. There's going to be a new beginning. There might be some confusion, along the way, some shakeup in your emotions, your internal, way of regulating yourself, but you're going to adapt. It's going to be blocks and obstacles, but you will reach the summit if this is where you say you want to go with this person. Enjoy this twin flame journey, y'all. Bottom of the deck, we got feminine energy. So, you could be the feminine energy. Maybe your person is a feminine energy, but behind that, we got signs and synchronicities, messages, symbols, divine clues. You could be, seeing different type of signs and synchronicities, maybe messages regarding this person, whoever this feminine energy is to you. Yeah, man, things about to get real serious. But again, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? The option for happiness again is here. It is up to you. All right, y'all. Listen. That's enough for me. Bye, y'all.